Welcome back here to a brand new edition of the Alamitos.com weekend preview show. I'm your host, Jose Contreras, your FanDuel TV analyst there on the desk each and every racing night, alongside the voice of Los Alamitos, Michael Wrona. Michael, I got to visit your booth during trials weekend. Actually, if people were paying attention to the in-house, I might have brought them onto the track and took over your mic for a second.
Yeah, that was the night of the 2 million Futurity trials. And you had a three-man rotation because there were 14 races?
Yeah.
And so you got a few races off halfway through the night on FanDuel TV and paid me a visit, which was great. And it was a cameo, but I threw the headset onto you and said, why don't you announce that they're moving onto the track for this race?
I should have done the parade. That's what I should have done too as well. Maybe next time I'll take over the whole parade and give you a little bit of a break.
I actually never heard anybody say anything about it, so it might have slipped through the cracks unless people were really paying attention. But it was there, it happened, and maybe we'll give you an expanded role next time.
Yes, maybe it was too. I snuck in too quick. It was like a hit and run, in and out. It was a quick hit. Nobody noticed. All right, let's recap what happened. Cheater was a nice winner for you. Ride On was a nice winner. Actually, more of a sweat winner for me, as it was a close photo finish. But it was a good weekend on the show last week.
Yes, definitely. Cheetah won very comfortably, broke on top, and pretty much that was race over.
Yeah, very impressive with that win from the outside post. Very took command and looked a very nice winner for Dr. Ed Allred, right?
Yes. The horse came off a layoff, and I think there are better things in store for Cheetah. Both
of us actually were Dr. Ed Allred horses in that. Because Ride On was a Dr. Ed Allred horse.
Oh, yeah.
Well. So both of us got the House Silks home there in last weekend's show.
Before point. Of course, only one of us is sporting Dr. Allred's hairstyle.
Yeah. Well, my hairline is receding a little bit. You can see the cut. So we're getting there. We're all getting there. But let's talk, before we dive into what we like this Saturday, let's talk about what's upcoming. It is the start of the 2-week doubleheaders. We'll have the daytime thoroughbred season here to wrap up the year at Los Al, and it coincides, of course, with our championship weekend at night.
Yes, mate. It's all happening, isn't it? Biggest weekend of the year is upon us.
It's going to be a good one.
We've got the Starlet on Saturday afternoon, Grade 2 for the fillies, and that leads us to the Champion of Champions Saturday night. We're eagerly awaiting the draw as we record this on a Thursday afternoon for Sunday night's 2 million Futurity. It'll be interesting to see what post-position Train Station V comes up with.
And let's talk about what's going to happen on track. Of course, double headers, the Saturdays and Sundays. The thoroughbred season also runs on Fridays. You are going to be Ed Berger. Actually, Ed Berger is going to be, we're going to put him to work. We're bringing him out to Los Al. You're going to be Ed Berger's guest for the preview show, right?
Tomorrow, yes, Friday, about a half an hour before first post. So just after, in fact, I'll announce the changes at 12 o'clock from the booth and make a beeline down to the set outside at Vessels, where Ed will be ready and we'll do the handicapping show together. 12:30 first post for the afternoon races for this daytime meet. And it's quite amazing. The great man retired a few years ago, and here he is getting thrust into double duty. He and I both on the double duty this weekend, because he's going to be doing the afternoon simulcast from the paddock and joining you on the FanDuel TV set by night.
Yes, we're going to put him to work, double headers as well. He'll be on the desk at nighttime for the Champions card, and of course the 2 million Futurity card. On Sunday afternoon, I'll be joining Ed for that daytime preview show right around 12:30. So tune in for that. So Excellent. We'll be joining Ed Berger. Happy to have him on track. We might be putting him to work a little bit too much, but we'll take it easy on him. There's always fun to have Ed on track. Let's talk about this weekend. The entries are out Saturday night. We'll talk about a Saturday night card, which will be 8 races which features the Grade 1 $750,000 Champion of Champions. Maybe we'll have a few thoughts about that race. But talk to us about your selection for the show. You're taking us here to race number 2.
Which is a 1,000-yard condition claimer for 3-year-olds and up. And the Los Alamitos debut a couple of weeks ago of Gallopin' Gourmet really caught my eye, Jose. We've got the replay to show you from November 25, when the horse was number 6 in a field of 7. And things went wrong early and late for him. He got chopped out soon after the start. He's got red silks with a silver cap, one from the outside. You'll see him drop back sharply to the tail of the field. And he has a lot of ground to make up. But he sets about steadily improving. And you'll see him start to make an impact around the turn. He comes off the fence to go past one horse and then cuts back to the inside around the bend. He's still a long way from them. This was his first start at Los Alamitos, and he had no local workouts. But
he didn't take any betting support. 14-1 this night.
Yeah, but now look at him starting to close along the inside, and he's actually beginning to run on really strongly, but he runs out of room just here. He just had nowhere to go, and he went to the line pretty much untested. The jockey had to really tap on the brakes there in the final 16th of a mile. But look at him here on the inside, joining the exacta horses on the gallop out. So that was a fabulous performance. He'd only worked at Golden Gate Fields 1 week before that race. He's been based up in Northern California, even though most of his training's been on the Tapeta at Golden Gate. It's worth noting that Gallopin' Gourmet does own a win on dirt last year at Pleasanton. And based on this performance, I think that he's going to be tough to beat. And note the engagement of Edgar Payeras for the race on Saturday night.
And I rewinded it. I rewinded that stretch run once again, because if he doesn't get stopped in deep stretch, it might have been a photo for the win. I think he was moving with enough momentum where he was going to be right there if he had a clean path to run.
Yes, and consider his early trouble, and he lost significant ground at the start of the race. You get Payeras on board, and I think it's all systems go. He's 2-1 on Ed Burgart's morning line, so Ed has not missed him. I prefer looking for longer priced horses, but I just want to give this horse a big check mark for the early pick 4. He might be a single for us early in the night.
Yeah, I like the way he moved. He moved by. I like the way he didn't give up after the trouble. I made him my top selection in the night lines as well there. So we're both on track here with Gallopin' Gourmet with the class drop, and Payeras taking the call as your selection for this week's program. All right, Michael, we're going to be plenty busy. Double headers here, day and night. I'll be on track pretty much all day Sunday, as I'll be there bright and early to join Ed, and then I'll stick around for the afternoon races and get ready for the nighttime card. The entries are not fully out for Sunday night, but I suspect probably an A race program just like we're having on Saturday night as well.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it very much. All
right. Save up that voice. We're going to need it for this weekend and the weekend after that. Have a good rest of your Thursday afternoon, and should be a fun weekend at Los Al. Can't wait to get to work.
Okay, mate. Enjoy, everyone. It'll be a weekend to remember, I'm sure.
Los Alamitos Racecourse continues its celebration of our 10 years of daytime thoroughbred racing with an action-packed winter meet in beautiful Orange County through December 17th. First post is 12:30 p.m. Pacific. And on Saturdays during our winter meet, we'll add $10,000 to Pick 6 pool if there's not a carryover. That's more money for our Pick 6 players to win on Saturday afternoons. Daytime racing is back at Los Alamitos. And remember, we'll add $10,000 to the Pick 6 pool on Saturdays if there's not a carryover. The Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity, Sunday, December 10th. It's the richest race of the season at the track of sunsets and stars. Golden State Million Futurity winner Train Station V leads the field after posting the fastest qualifying time.
Train Station V opening up an enormous margin.
And with big money on the line, a great field will be looking to stop this runaway train. Wild West Futurity winner 5 Bar Supreme is one of the top contenders, as will be Unrelentless and AB Wow. Top juveniles will be in action. It's the Los Alamitos 2 million Futurity. The Champion of Champions. The name says it all. It's the race of the year in quarter horse racing Saturday, December 9th at Los Alamitos, with a stellar cast set to decide just who is the Champion of Champions. World champion Impressum leads the field, with his sights set on winning this race for the second year in a row. Apolitical Pence also returns, going for a record-tying third Champion of Champions win. Plus Grade 1 Derby winners Jericho and Whiskey Creek, plus 6 other stars. The Champion of Champions.
That's right. The name says it all. The Grade 1 Champion of Champions will have a rematch of past Champion of Champions winners there with Impressive Political Pets. And that's going to be the nightcap on Saturday night's 8-race program. Welcome back to the show here with Chris Wade, your Los Angeles analyst, each and every night here from the paddock. And Burgarts as well, simulcast signal there. Chris, welcome back to the program. 8 races before. Actually, let's talk about your selection. And I'll ask you a few thoughts about the big one, the Champion of Champions. But you're going to race number 7 is where your selection is, right?
Yeah, I'm going to give a look to the recent very impressive maiden victor, Cohesive Cartel. This horse is steadily improved on my numbers after shipping in from Ruidoso with much trouble efforts there. But the horse's last effort was very, very impressive. He was odds-on favorite and well-deserved, and he won rather handily. But the thing is, he earned a very impressive figure on my charts, and he's steadily improving since the ship in for the connections, and definitely has a look at the outcome there at 7-2 on the program, because he's facing a good field, but runners that are a little bit trouble prone, so he could break and have a big look at the outcome there at 7-2.
Let's take a look at that replay. Most recently back, like you mentioned, October 28th, where she took money. She took betting support. She was a filly. She had been previously facing the boys prior to this race, and then she landed a fillies only maiden event last time out. And you got to give it up to her. She was a betting favorite, Chris, but she was visually impressive. She handled this field very easily.
Yeah, without even taking a deep breath. She's a nice-sized individual, and improved, like I said, improving every second start. Broke well, kind of bumped a little bit away from the gate, but has a wide path under a hand shove, and just pulled away. Asked baby a few times midway, but starting out very, very strongly with run left to give, and galloped out very, very well. This one is a nice-sized individual. Will want more distance, and could spring a minor upset there in that 7th affair in the late D-double lifter.
Look at her frame. Her frame compared to her other fillies in that race. I mean, she was so much stronger and more well framed than the rest of the fillies in this group. Look at that.
Yeah, she's very, like I said, nice size. It looks like mother and daughters
Yeah.
in this race. Gives him striding out very, very strongly, won rather handily, and galloped out very strong. So steadily improving, nice size individual facing a field that has had their troubles getting out of the gate. So could break and be a big factor in that late pick 4 lid lifter.
All right, so she is 7-2 on the morning line. It is a field of 9, so a very good field. The same barn at Aclo Botello Jr., they have the 9-1 Mystery Lover. But Cesar Franco had written that one before. Cesar Franco stays with the 4, which I assume is a positive as well. So the 4 is your top pick. The 1 is the morning line favorite, BF Lizzie Rages, but she hasn't raced in July.
Yeah, been away for 132 days. Did come back with a nice 350 gate drill. The inside post shouldn't be a problem for her because she's not that quick a foot away from the gate more often than not, but has a good look at the outcome. If she's ready to rumble, but you did run 3rd versus the long gone future version that Governor's Cup Derby 132 nights ago.
It looks like she wants more distance to really run her top effort, right? So this might be just a comeback spot to bring her back to the races, but she obviously she deserves to be a major player based on her resume.
Yeah, she certainly should. 300 yards, not her best distance. So we'll give her a look, like you said, probably giving her a race to get into herself and be one to watch on the stretch out next time.
There's Cohesive Cartel, very impressive maiden score, and now comes back here at 7-2. That will be Chris's selection for Saturday night. All right, Chris, what else are you tackling here in the simulcast line? Is there any more simulcast signals going on?
Yeah, we got it's closing weekend for Evangeline Downs. We're handling races 5 through 8 on both nights, I think it is. Yeah.
All right. Before I let you go,
got some good ones on Friday, so take a look.
All right, I'll be taking a look. Before I let you go, any brief thoughts on the champion of champions?
Oh, it's a stellar field. You got a runner like Scoop Dynasty going for the third try, third victory. You got Impress. I'm looking for a back-to-back victories and champion of champions. A lot of these horses know each other very, very well. And then, of course, you had a horse who upset the apple cart last time to the outside, won rather handily, and was very impressive on a nice price that hooked on gone for Eddie Willis. So it's a tough affair. And like I said, it could go a number of ways. Don't leave those horses out on the pick 4 or pick 5 or pick 6 because it could go. It's a field of 10 and 6 or 7 have legitimate chances. Even Jericho's got a chance. Horse is very impressive, earned a very impressive figure on my charts. Has a look versus the Elders here in the finale.
All right. You also like to look into where jockeys land. What do you think about Cervantes staying with apolitical pens instead of Scoops?
He's done very, very well with this horse. He's got to give a slight edge to apolitical Pence versus the prior runner. But like I said, Scoop. What can you say about that horse? Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah.
He's done everything right. He's been beaten ahead. He's beaten these horses. He's been very close versus Impress them. And it could go a number of ways. This is a tough, one more time, very, very tough, $750,000 champion of champions. That's going to be $1 million next year. Don't forget about that.
Yep, $1 million. Don't forget the pinky on the lip, like Austin Powers. All right, that's a look at some of the preview there for, of course, Champion of Champions. That will be the main event on Saturday night, and Chris's election race number 7 for this Saturday card. All right, Chris, best of luck this weekend. It should be an exciting weekend, of course, with the Champion of Champions and also the 2 million Futurity on Sunday night. All right, I'll let you go here on this Thursday afternoon. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you this weekend at Los Al.
Everybody should have a good day.
Los Alamitos Racecourse continues its celebration of our 10 years of daytime thoroughbred racing with an action-packed winter meet in beautiful Orange County through December 17th. First post is 12:30 p.m. Pacific. And on Saturdays during our winter meet, we'll add $10,000 to Pick 6 pool if there's not a carryover. That's more money for our Pick 6 players to win on Saturday afternoons. Daytime racing is back at Los Alamitos. And remember, we'll add $10,000 to the Pick 6 pool on Saturdays if there's not a carryover. The Los Alamitos 2 million Futurity, Sunday, December 10th. It's the richest race of the season at the track of sunsets and stars. Golden State Million Futurity winner Train Station V leads the field after posting the fastest qualifying time.
Train Station V opening up an enormous margin.
And with big money on the line, a great field will be looking to stop this runaway train. Wild West Futurity winner 5 Bar Supreme is one of the top contenders, as will be Unrelentless and AB Wow. Top juveniles will be in action. It's the Los Alamitos 2 million Futurity. The Champion of Champions. The name says it all. It's the race of the year in quarter horse racing Saturday, December 9th at Los Alamitos, with a stellar cast set to decide just who is the Champion of Champions. World champion Impressum leads the field, with his sights set on winning this race for the 2nd year in a row. Apolitical Pence also returns, going for a record-tying 3rd Champion of Champions win. Plus Grade 1 Derby winners Jericho and Whiskey Creek, plus 6 other stars. The Champion of Champions.
You name it. Already? 8.
8, Scoops Dynasty.
3.
3 is Whiskey Creek.
7.
7 is Jericho.
1.
1 is Flashback.
6.
6, Take a Swig of This.
10.
10 is Hooked and Gone.
9.
9 is The Political Tents.
4.
4 will be Shotgun.
2.
The 2 will be Impressum.
5. 5.
And the 5 will be 8 Trace Eagle. All right. Number 10, Hooked and Gone, Justine Kleber. Number 9, A Political Pimp, Armando Cervantes. Number 8, Scoops Dynasty, James Flores. Number 7, Jericho, Jose Nicasio. Number 6, Take a Swig of This, Eduardo Nicasio. 8, Trace of Eagle. Number 5 will be Jaciel Soto. Number 4, Shotgun, Jesus Rios Ayala. Number 3, Whiskey Creek, Brian Cananosa. Number 2, Impresa, Rodrigo Vallejo. Number 1, Flashback, Francisco Calderon. Kleber, Cervantes, Flores, Nicasio, Nicasio, Soto, Ayala, Cananosa, Vallejo, Calderon. Thank you guys.
Any questions?
There it is. Welcome here to the program. Now joined by Professor G. Professor, thank you for getting us those sights and sounds of the draw show there, of the draw at the racing office there. Nate Estrada was organizing, obviously, and writing down the names. We had Felix Gonzalez with the pill. He might have a future career as like a bingo auctioneer or something like that. He had a good flow to it, but I did not recognize who was pulling the papers.
It was a gentleman named by Albert Valle that was there helping out. Of course, they always try to get someone different to do those draws each and every day. It was Khalil's turn for the big race, the champion of champions. And you know, Khalil likes to be the center of attention. He had to be in there for that big race, having fun there as well. At the very end, you heard him say, "Any questions?" You know, about the draw. So absolutely, there's going to be a lot of people looking into this race, trying to figure out this puzzle. Now that we know where each and every horse is going to be starting from. What a tremendous race, Jose. Now you've had a little bit now to kind of digest the draw. First opinions of the race.
Well, my very first opinion was, all right, where are the main players going to draw? But immediately I tweeted it out. Is it X? I posted it on X instead of tweeted it out. But I said, I was surprised to see Armando Cervantes land on Apolitical Pence instead of Scoops, given that Scoops had been elevating the season and getting better, but he sticks with the two-time champion winners, Apolitical Pence. You can't blame him. Lots of good talent. But how about impressive, Professor, drawing the Bermuda Triangle post number 2, but he's won there from before. He's proven he can win from post 2. So that does add a little bit of a wrinkle to the draw.
Yeah, he's proven that he can win from the inside. He won the champion of champions last year from the outside, but he's coming off a tremendous race when he won the Robert Boniface Los Alamitos Championship, and he was drawn on right next to the rail, right on the rail. So one of those things, Jose, that when you have that kind of talent, as long as you get a clean break, as long as you get away there in good fashion, you get a nice clean trip, that horse can win from anywhere, Jose.
Yeah, he proved that he looked impressive in the Los Alamitos Invitational Championship. We know 440 is what he likes, but it is going to be a very talented field. Flashback draws the rail. He looked like he was surging on the trials night, and he needed a little more distance. He's going to get it tonight. All in all, and I'll bring up the PPs here on the screen. Flashback through the rail. Impressive, gate 2. Whiskey Creek, great gate 3. Shotgun with that gate speed and gate 4. Jaciel Soto into town to ride a Tres of Eagle, who won the Challenge Championship back in Lone Star at 440. You got to take a swig of this. The Winter Derby winner with Nicasio aboard. He was aboard for that Winter Derby winner. Jericho, who impressed us in the Super Derby. He's going to be flying late. Scoops Dynasty gets the services of James Flores, with Armando Cervantes opting to stay on Apolitical Pence, who's in gate 9. And Hooked and Gone with Justine Kleber trying to make history here on the outside. She's got gate speed, Professor, and she got the outside post here with Hooked and Gone.
And I think, Jose, that's an excellent spot for Hooked and Gone, coming off a tremendous victory in the Z Wayne. Like you mentioned, Scoops Dynasty was part of the Z Wayne, and Hooked and Gone beat not only Scoops Dynasty, but also Flashback and Take a Swig of This. Shotgun is also in this race, coming off of that of the Z Wayne, and this horse is getting the outside post, just on the verge of becoming an older horse. This nice 3-year-old, ran in the All-American Derby and performed well there, running third in the All-American Derby. This is an excellent spot for the 10 Hooked and Gone. I put him as part of my late pick 4 ticket because I just think from that spot, he could be pretty dangerous. He could, just upset everyone there and get the victory in the Champion of Champions. The horses that I like are, of course, the 2 Impressum. And then I took everybody from the 7 out. Jericho's Political Pins, Hooked and Gone. On the ticket that I submit for the Nightlines program, all of them are in there on my high roller ticket. And I went ahead and kept just about all of them in my smaller ticket as well. I think it's going to be a tremendous race. Impressum has to break clean, has to break fast. If he does that, we could be looking at a back-to-back Champion of Champions winner. Apolitical Pence has done that before already.
Yeah.
He's become only the second horse to win 3 Champion of Champions during the course of a career. Refrigerator, the only one to have done that. And how about Flashback? He's kind of an interesting horse because he ran second Champion of Champions a few years ago. And how about this, Jose? No horse that has ever run second in the Champion of Champions has then won the race later on. We've had quite a few that have won the race and then finished second maybe a year or 2 after. But no horse that has ever run second, then the following year or a few years later, won the Champion of Champions. He's trying to become the only one to do just that, Jose. And it's been quite a while since we've had a horse win the All-American Derby and then win the Champion of Champions in the same year. Simi Dewitt did it in 1989, if I remember correctly. And the last one to have it in the resume and then gone on to win the Champion of Champions, Dash for Speed in 1990. She won the All-American Derby a few years prior, and then a few years later, the mayor won the Champion of Champions. So it's been a long, long time since somebody has done that kind of a performance. The whiskey Creek's trying to do, adding the Champion of Champions to already an All-American Derby victory.
Well, also, Professor, it's been a while since we had siblings in the race. Flashback and Whiskey Creek are half brothers out of the same mare, Checkenback. So siblings here in gates 1 and 3 in the Champion of Champions.
That's a pretty cool point as well, Jose. We've had mares that have produced multiple Champion of Champions winners, but pretty cool to see these siblings, like you just said, joining this tremendous field. The Champion of Champions is going to be a tremendous night. And I'm here where one of the hot spots at Los Alamitos Racecourse on this night, the Vessels Club. Jose, is there a better place to enjoy a big race, to enjoy any racing at all, than the Vessels Club? And here the staff has put together a nice display for another wonderful buffet that we'll be hosting here in the Vessels Club, right here on the east end of the Vessels Club bar. You see one of the centerpieces right there. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a train that's going to go.
I just saw it. Yes.
That cool display as well, that beautiful Christmas tree, and everywhere you look is beautifully decorated. Kathy Mongi, the president of Los Alamitos Racecourse, she just loves to go all out, first class, all the way. Just that here at Los Alamitos on the night of the Champion of Champions with this beautiful buffet. Chef Sam is going to put together another just tremendous menu. So if you have a chance, please join us on this great night in the Vessels Club. The Champion of Champions is going to be first class all the way here at Los Alamitos Vessels Club night. So people can come out and see not only this great race, but just this beautiful, beautiful setting that I'm in right now, the Vessels Club.
I love it. I was just going to mention, I when you originally sent me this photo that I have on the screen, I didn't notice the train. I just noticed it right now when we're talking about it. It's kind of hidden right now behind the tree in the photo, but you can see it there. So great job there, getting set to go for a tremendous weekend of racing at Los Al. So we had that draw video that you caught at the racing office, but you also caught up with one of the main trainers that has plenty of contenders, and not only the Champion of Champions, but also the 2 million.
Yeah, I had to stop and catch up with Heath Taylor. Of course, he's going to saddle several horses in the Champion of Champions. All eyes will be on Impressive. Draws post number 2. He has some thoughts. About that spot, not too worried about it. One of the things that you're gonna hear him say is, "There's nothing I can do about it, anyways." I think the horse can win from there. And of course, he also talked about Jericho a little bit as well.
Here's Heath Taylor talking about his main horses here this weekend.
Well, it's a very prestigious race, and first and foremost, you're just happy to have a gate. I have the opportunity to have run in a race like this with this kind of history and this kind of money. Typically, it seems like here people want to draw toward the outside. It seems like it affects the betting and the odds and stuff of that. But the fact of the matter is that's where he drew, and that's where we got a run of it. The horse had the one hole last time in Los Alamitos, and probably run the second best race he's run. So you just get the horses ready the best you can, and go over there and run where they draw. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. They're going to let you change the draw. To win a race like this, you have to be the best, and sometimes you have to overcome things to be the best.
Jericho from post number 7, the horse with so much talent. You've talked about that in the past. What do you think of him?
I think it's a really, really good draw for the horse. He needs to leave clean, and he's right beside Scoop's Dynasty, which obviously shows a lot of gas and a lot of gate speed. So Jericho will need to step up, I think, and leave as good as what he can leave to maintain his path. However, at the same time, is a big finisher. So if everybody, all you can hope for is everybody gets away clean, stays in their lane, and runs to their best ability.
All right, there was Heath Taylor talking about his champions entrance. Of course, he's got gate speed with a few of them. He's got closing kicks with Jericho and a few others. So it's going to be an exciting renewal of the champions. You also got us video of the draw for the 2 million Futurity.
Yeah, I did. They actually drew both races back to back in similar faces that we just saw in the draw for the champion of champions. Pelillo right there in the middle of it. Mr. Albert Valle pulling the horses' names to match the pill number that Pelillo is doing. Nate Estrada overseeing the draw, and of course Jordan Castañeda, our interim director of racing, overseeing everything going on in the racing office. Let's go right now to the 2 million draw.
Train Station B for Heath Taylor. Think Again Kev, Heath Taylor. Unrelentless, Eddie Willis. AB Wild, Eddie Willis. Southern Divine, Monia Rosa. Optical Illusion, Paul Jones. A Political Open, MRL, Jaime Gomez. 5 Bar Supreme, Lindolfo Diaz. Checking Cartel, Lindolfo Diaz.
It's gonna be 9.
9 Optical Illusion. 2 AB Wow.
3.
3 Unrelentless.
5.
5 is a Political Open, MRL.
6.
6 is Southern Divine.
1.
1 will be 5 Bar Supreme.
7.
7 is Train Station B.
4.
4 is Think Again Kev.
And the 8.
And the 8 will be Checking Cartel. All right, number 9, Optical Illusion gets Victor Salazar. Number 8, Checking Cartel, Ramon Sanchez. Number 7, Train Station B, Francisco Calderon. Number 6, Southern Divine, Armando Cervantes. Number 5, a Political Open MRL, Oscar Peinado. Number 4, Think Again Kev, Jose Nicasio. Number 3, Unrelentless, Justin Claver. Number 2, AB Wow, Agustin Silva. And number 1, 5 Bar Supreme, Jesus Rios Arion. I got Salazar, Sanchez, Calderon, Cervantes, Peinado, Nicasio, Claver, Silva, and Ayala. Thank you guys, good luck.
Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Everybody's happy, no?
There was a draw for the 2 million Futurity. Great job to the racing office there. I did hear that is there one scratch out of the final of the 2 million?
Yeah, 86 Corazones will not be running in the final. He'll be sidelined. They're doing surgery, and hopefully we see him back next year as a 3-year-old. Obviously, you hate to miss this race, but you got to do what's best for the horse. Give him some time, and hopefully we'll see him as a 3-year-old next year.
All right, so that's the draw there for the 2 million Futurity. That'll be on Sunday night at Los Alamitos, part of the doubleheader there for the weekend of racing at Los Alamitos. And you also caught up with Heath Taylor to talk about obviously Train Station V and the big final.
I think it's an ideal post for the horse. The horse has been a tremendous finisher. He's a really, really good colt. He's obviously, I think it's a good draw for him with his running style. He just needs to stand up and leave good and clean and stay out of trouble early. And I think that the horse will really run a big race.
All right, so everything's set. The draw for the champion of champions, draw for the 2 million Futurity. The cards are drawn. Well, the 2 million card is about to be finished up as far as the whole card, but we know the big race where everybody's stacked up. So that's a good preview for the weekend here at Los Alamitos. Professor G, thank you for getting us those videos.
Absolutely, Jose. My pleasure as always. Another storyline in the 2 million. We know Train Station V going for a double of $1 million races, futurities. But how about Justine Claver? She'll be riding Unrelentless, trying to become the first woman rider to win the Los Alamitos 2 million Futurity. She already is the only woman rider here at Los Alamitos to have won $1 million race when she rode Apolitical Gold to victory in the Golden State Million in 2020. Now looking to add that rich victory in the 2 million. So it's going to be a great race. All eyes again will be on Train Station V, looking to defeat him. 5 Bar Supreme, the Wild West Futurity winner, draws the rail. Let's see. He's been so quick here at Los Alamitos.
Yeah.
He's so good here at Los Alamitos. Let's do if he can do it from the rail. I know trainer Lindolfo Diaz, many times that he's won big races from the rail. He's fine with that. To him, every horse a little bit different. Some horses can love it from there. Let's see what 5 Bar Supreme does on Sunday night.
Yeah, when you draw the rail, I think going 400, 440, I don't mind it as well because at that point, the horse had plenty of time to just hug the rail and keep a straight path by the time they hit the gap. It becomes a problem when you're going 300, 330, 350 maybe when they want to lug inwards but when they break at 400, 440, they got plenty of time to straighten out and just keep your path. So I don't think the rail is that much of a factor, I'll say that, in a big challenge. Before we wrap up the program, I forgot to give my pick for the show. Then I'll have players asking me, why didn't you give it a pick? All right, my pick, Professor, race 3. I'm going to the 110-yard race. Yes, that's where I'm going as my lock of the night. Corona Rose. I got to back her one more time, Professor. She has been trouble last time out. She never had a chance there. She's very quick from the gate. So Corona Rose, race 3, race 3, number 2 at 3-1 on the morning line for Elena Andrade. That is going to be my lock of the night in race number 3.
And Jose, a few weeks ago when you did that marathon show, I got an email from a very devoted follower of this show, Charles Coleman. He said that he really liked what you said when you mentioned that if you really like a horse, make sure you cash. Whether if it's a win, make sure you cash there. So he remembers that nice tip that you provided on that show, and I'm just kind of reminding players, hey, if you really like a horse, make sure you cash. Don't just bet, don't just spread everywhere. Don't just bet supers and tries and all that, and not have a chance to get some return back if you really like a horse. If anybody wants more information about the champion of champions as far as analysis, George Duarte, who's been on this show many times, provided a nice write-up with his thoughts on the champion of champions. That's already available on our website, losalamitos.com. Looking forward to what's going to be a tremendous weekend of action. Again, we're going to have a tremendous buffet here in the Vessels Club at Los Alamitos Racecourse. Hope everyone joins us on this tremendous night.
I might have to be a special taste tester for that buffet. You kind of twisted my arm, Professor, to go out there and taste that buffet. That'd be the main display on Saturday night. By the way, Tell the viewers that we're going to put Ed Burger to work this weekend at Los Al.
Yeah, he's going to do double duty, Jose, because he's going to be doing the analyst and host job during the daytime meet. Usually, Kurt Hoover is doing that job, but it's going to be Ed Burgard. He just can't get enough, right? He loves being here at Los Al, and we told him, hey, well, then we're going to put you to work, Eddie. And he's going to be working here, providing his great analysis throughout the weekend daytime programs. And then, of course, at nighttime, Jose, he's going to be joining you. And I know on Saturday is going to be Dave Weaver for the FanDuel TV broadcast of the Champion of Champions program. Tremendous group providing great analysis on Champion of Champions night.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. It'll be Dave Weaver, myself, and Ed Burgard on the desk Saturday night, all night for Los Alamitos for that terrific Champion of Champions program. All right, Professor, thank you for all the updates and what's to come here at Los Al. Have a good rest of your Thursday afternoon, and let's try to get ready here for a big weekend of racing at Los Al.
Thank you so much, Jose. Thanks, everyone.
Los Alamitos Racecourse continues its celebration of our 10 years of daytime thoroughbred racing with an action-packed winter meet in beautiful Orange County through December 17th. First post is 12:30 p.m. Pacific. And on Saturdays during our winter meet, we'll add $10,000 to Pick 6 pool if there's not a carryover. That's more money for our Pick 6 players to win on Saturday afternoons. Daytime racing is back at Los Alamitos. And remember, we'll add $10,000 to the Pick 6 pool on Saturdays if there's not a carryover. The Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity, Sunday, December 10th. It's the richest race of the season at the track of sunsets and stars. Golden State Million Futurity winner Train Station V leads the field after posting the fastest qualifying time.
Train Station V opening up an enormous margin.
And with big money on the line, a great field will be looking to stop this runaway train. Wild West Futurity winner 5 Bar Supreme is one of the top contenders, as will be Unrelentless and AB Wow. Top juveniles will be in action. It's the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. The Champion of Champions. The name says it all. It's the race of the year in quarter horse racing Saturday, December 9th at Los Alamitos, with a stellar cast set to decide just who is the Champion of Champions. World champion Impressum leads the field, with his sights set on winning this race for the second year in a row. Apolitical Pence also returns, going for a record-tying third Champion of Champions win. Plus Grade 1 Derby winners Jericho and Whiskey Creek, plus 6 other stars. The Champion of Champions.